What's happening, party people? What's happening? It's your host with the most, Mr. Ron, aka Jazzy Jones. That's right, I'm bringing back Double J. And today, party people, we have Minds Playing Tricks on Me by the Geto Boys from their album We Can't Be Stopped that was released in 1991. And one of my picks. And party people, why are you at it? Check out my main man, the G Money, as he does a intricate, detailed version of this review, and you could check him out at 40yearsofhiphop.buzzsprout.com. Check my man G out; it's gonna blow your mind. Before we get into this review, this month we are giving away a 40 Years of Hip Hop t-shirt manufactured by Champion. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel to have a chance to win. Also, check out our t-shirt store. We have a few original tees and more are coming on the way. You like cool artwork? Check out 40 Years of Hip Hop displayed metallic posters. We have released the first 5 and the collection is growing. And party people, you like the channel? Show support by buying us a coffee. That would be much appreciated. You can find all the links in the description down below. Thank you. Alright, party people, so for today, it's 1991 and my favorite radio station is CKUT. For all those that don't know, CKUT is basically the McGill University radio station, and one night I heard it. I sit alone in a 4-cornered room staring at candles. Oh, I was like, what was that? You know? Originality. Is this song original? If so, how? Party people, it's 1991 and no one was doing what the Geto Boys were doing at that time. Lyrically dark, extremely violent, they painted both sides of the gangster lifestyle, the glory as well as the paranoia, violence, and casualties. Their style was unique, and I don't know any hip-hop group that had a small person with them. R.I.P. to Bushwick Bill, you know. And I think that from my point of view, that just basically gave them a bit of an edge. It just looked edgy and odd, but in a dope way, of course. They gave birth to a new genre, horror rap, better known as horrorcore. We can trace the genre back to Gangsta Nip, who actually wrote for the Geto Boys and is part of the Rap-A-Lot family. Now guys, I know what the purists are going to tell me, like the G-Man, there was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, there was also Dana Dane who did Nightmares, but all of these songs had like a comedic influence, not like the Geto Boys. That was just pure darkness. My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me was supposed to be a Scarface track coming up on his first solo album. That's the reason why he has 2 verses. He came up with the idea because his grandmother had dementia, and from time to time she would talk to herself, you know, and Scarface would be like, "Hey grandma, what'd you say?" And she would reply, "Oh, don't worry love, my mind's playing tricks on me." And this is how the song came about. Shout out to my man Mel, you know, as you know, we were kids, and he put me on Rap-A-Lot Records, you know, Scarface, Odd Squad, Gangsta Nip. There was also the Convicts with Big Mike, you know, and I discovered all that good stuff. And we're talking about early 90s, and we're in Montreal. It was incredibly difficult to get to these artists. Courtesy of Discogs, party people, and this is why I gave it a 4 on 5. That's right, party people. And again, I can't wait to see what the G Money ka-ching scored for that one. All right, so delivery, which consists of lyrics and flow. Party people, I have to tell you, this was extremely challenging, okay? All the verses are dope, but for different reasons. Now, they all englobe a similar theme, okay? However, they all have like a different aspect, okay? Scarface, he puts you in context. At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. Candlestick in the darks. A vision of bodies being burned. Four walls just staring at I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger. So he's just telling you how like his mind state is. And then you get Willie D's verse, which is a little bit more, I would say, about like remorse, you know. Is it that fool that I ran off the block? Or is that last week that I shot? Or is it the one that I beat for $5,000? Thought he had cane, but it was gold medal flour. Ugh. Dang. Then Face comes back for a second verse on verse 3 about suicide. I often drift when I drive, having fatal thought of suicide. Bang and get it over with. And then I'm worry free, but that's bull. He's just saying, you know what? He just wants to end it. It's too much. You know, he just wants to end it. And sometimes he basically tries to not think about it and just tries to fake it, but he knows he's just not being sincere, you know. Last but not least is that magnificent Halloween verse. Then I felt just like a fiend. It wasn't even close to Halloween. It was dark as on the streets. My hands were bloody from punching on the concrete. God damn, homie. My mind's playing tricks on me. The run patterns and cadences are simple, but it works. Geto Boys' strength is definitely their capacity to be lyrically graphic. Extremely graphic. Okay? They give it to you straight. You know, you want to live the D-boy life? Well, here's what comes with it. You know, the good as well as the bad. Party people, it is time for another top 55. And this is my all-time 5 best tracks from the Geto Boys. Okay, in no particular order. And I will start with 6 Feet Deep. And after that, The World is a Ghetto. 3 is gonna be Mind of a Lunatic. And I discovered that song because at a certain point I was like, you know what? I'm just going to listen to the whole Geto Boys discography. And that's from their early track. And remember when I was saying that they were extremely graphic? Check that out. Of course, Demi Feels Good to Be a Gangster from that Office Space soundtrack. That movie was good though. Again, for anybody, I worked in an office, you know, and hella funny. You gotta check it out. And of course, today's pick, my mind's playing tricks on me, and courtesy of Genius.com. And that's right, party people. This is why, for lyrics, I give it a 3.5 on 5. Production. Production, which consists of beat, mixing, scratching if there's any. So, produced by Scarface, 3 samples deep. However, the main sample hung up My Baby by Isaac Hayes, that sweet guitar. Sampled 67 times, covered 6 more, and my favorite My Mind's Playing Tricks sample is going to Biggie's One More Chance, the album version. The album where you could actually hear it when it's on the hook. And party people, I'll tell you the trifecta between the dark lyrics, the luscious melody, and that hard beat that just guides the whole thing, courtesy of Who Sample, and this is why, for production, I give it a 4. Powerful impact. Boom from the cannon. Was this song impactful? Yes, it was. I remember hearing this song just like everywhere, okay, for a long time. Clubs, weddings, I even heard it at bar mitzvah. I kid you not. That song put Rap-A-Lot Records on the map. Texas as well, you know. Peaked at number 23 and stayed on the chart for 20 consecutive weeks. For a hardcore track on the Billboard, once again, it just shows how diverse the hip-hop scene was in the 90s. And just a little bonus, the album went gold. So, that's why, for impact, I give it a 4.5 on 5. And my grand total, party people, is a 20 on 25 for a grand 80%. And that's what's up, party people. This is your host with the most, Mr. Ron. Party people, comment, share, tell me what's up. You know, come and chat with me. You know, I'll answer back. And I'll see you next week. And this is Mr. Ron saying Happy Honolulu. Peace, and I'm out.